England captain Ben Stokes stuns cricket with shock retirement as New Zealand close on series win. England captain Ben Stokes stunned the cricketing world with a bombshell mid-match retirement before confirming his status as the outgoing People's Champion with a magical farewell wicket, though New Zealand remained firmly on course for a Test series victory. On a jaw-dropping fourth day of the series decider at Trent Bridge, a statement dropped at 3:25 p.m. announcing that one of the most celebrated, storied, and successful players of his generation would be walking away for good at the end of the match. Defeat in his 122nd and last Test outing seems certain, England thrashing their way to 103 for 4 chasing 373, but Stokes' dramatic goodbye demanded top billing. As the shock news filtered through the crowd in Nottingham, the stadium rose as one to give the departing Test skipper a spontaneous standing ovation, just as the 35-year-old was ready to start the 11th over of a trademark mammoth bowling spell. Guard of honor. With a true showman's timing, Stokes did the unthinkable with his very next delivery, taking Zach Fulk's edge and sealing a dismissal that earned an instant place in his stacked pantheon of unforgettable moments. The crowd erupted in celebration, while his teammates engulfed him in their own private retirement party. He was cheered to the rafters as he walked off for tea, and was last to return to the pitch for the evening, with the rest of the England side and New Zealand's not-out batters giving him a guard of honor. When New Zealand finally declared on 288 for 9, leaving a massive target on an unreliable pitch, Stokes had one last surprise up his sleeve. Final act of Bazball. He moved himself up the order from number 7 to opener, indulging a final act of Bazball hubris as the chapter closed. He batted manically for 20 balls, launching 2 big sixes to delight his public, but also swinging wildly as he wheeled through a repertoire that included reverse sweeps and ramps. The music stopped on 30 when he dragged Fulks to mid-wicket, momentarily chastising himself before accepting handshakes from his opponents and taking in another burst of acclaim from the stands. There would be no repeat of his Headingley miracle from the 2019 Ashes, or his match-winning turn in another seemingly doomed chase in that summer's World Cup final. This time, Stokes had run out of road. The end of Stokes' era comes exactly 3 weeks after the nightclub visit that plunged England into turmoil and cast his own future into doubt. After a disciplinary investigation, he and Gus Atkinson were handed a written conduct warning by the England and Wales Cricket Board for breaching specific contractual obligations, but were effectively cleared of anything more than being out in the early hours following a Test victory at Lord's. Stokes informed the England team and entourage of his decision in a passionate dressing room address before the start of play, imploring them to come with him on one final ride in the Test. All the taps on the ass, all the emotion, all that kind of stuff, please, can it just wait until the end of this game? Rumors that Stokes was ready to announce his exit initially swirled in the 24 hours after the ECB announced he and Atkinson were being investigated and referred to the cricket regulator, following an incident at Chelsea Night Spot, the Rex Rooms. A physical altercation with Saracens rugby union player Totoa Ava had taken place, but it was later established that Stokes did not even witness 2 unprovoked attacks.